Hello everyone, Sichinga here. Kindly spare some few minutes to check how I will solve the following quadratic equations. So these equations are coming from different paper 1 exam past papers. Now the question to all these equations reads, solve the following quadratic equations. So we will start with A, which has the following: 4x squared equal to 9x. So solution for A, 4x squared equal to 9x. To solve for x, we will simply take 9x to the left side. So this will give us 4x squared minus 9x equal to 0. Now, on the left side, we factor out what is common. So what is common on the left side there is just simply x. So x, then open bracket. If you divide x into 4x squared, you simply remain with 4x. Then again, if you divide x into negative 9x, you simply remain with the negative 9. Close bracket, then equal to 0. Since x is multiplying with 4x minus 9 in brackets, then this means we can write this in the form x is equal to 0 or 4x minus 9 equal to 0. So already we've got one solution for x, which is x equal to 0. So we need the other solution, which we will get from solving 4x minus 9 equal to 0. So solving for x on this equation, we are going to have 4x equal to, so we take 9 to the other side, so this will be positive 9. And then to solve for x, we divide by 4 both sides. Then 4 into 4, that gives 1. 1 times x will give x on the left side. 4 into 9, 4 goes into 9 2 times, remainder 1, then over 4. So the other solution is x equal to 2, remainder 1 over 4. So that is for the first one. B, to solve the equation on B, which is x open bracket x minus 2 close bracket equal to 0. So here already x is multiplying with x minus 2 in brackets. So this simply means that we can just express this as follows: x is equal to 0 or x minus 2 equal to 0. So again, here already one solution for x is found, x equal to 0. So we just need the other solution. To get the other solution, we solve x minus 2 equal to 0. So there, solving for x, you simply take 2 to the other side, and when you take 2 to the other side, it will be a positive. So this will mean x is equal to positive 2, and that is the other solution. So here the two solutions are x equal to 0 or x equal to 2. C, on C, what we have is x squared plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. X squared plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. So this equation is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So then we need to identify a. So a is the coefficient of x squared, which is just 1. Then b is the coefficient of x, which is 7. And then c is a constant, so 12. Then we need to find product sum factor. So p, which is product. Now product, we get it from multiplying a and c. So a and c will give us the product. So in this case, 1 times 12 will give us 12 as a product. Then sum, which is noted by s, is just b, the coefficient of x. So in this case, 7. Then factors, these are two numbers. When you multiply, they'll give you 12. When you add, you get 7. And For that, we write 3 and 4, because when you multiply 3 and 4 you get 12, and when you add 3 and 4 you get 7. So now, in place of the term with x, that is 7x, we are going to express this term in terms of 3 and 4. So since we said 3 and 4 can add to give us 7, we are going to write, where there's 7x, we are going to put 3x plus 4x, because that gives us 7x. So this is going to be written as follows: x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 12 is equal to 0. So we've expressed the sum, which is b 7, in terms of these two numbers that we got, 3 and 4, and when we add them, 3x plus 4x, that gives us 7x. And then we are going to group the terms. Okay, since we've got 4 terms, we are going to group the terms into 2 groups. So the first group is going to have x squared and 3x. Then the second group is going to have positive 4x and 12. Then factor out from each group what is common. So what is common from the first group is just x. When you factor out x from the first group, we simply get x on the first term plus 3 on the second term. So when you factor out x from those two terms, you get x plus 3. Then from the second group, 4x plus 12, what is common there is positive 4. So factoring out positive 4 from 4x, we remain with x, then plus on 12, 4 into 12, that simply gives us 3. So close bracket equal to 0. So when you factor out what is common from each of the two groups that we came up with, we need to have the same thing in brackets. So x plus 3, in the other one also x plus 3. So we simplify one, and then we collect x plus 4 in brackets and x plus 3 in brackets. So all this equal to 0. So since there's multiplication here, x plus 4 in brackets is multiplying with x plus 3, then we solve for x. So we write x plus 4 equal to 0, or x plus 3 equal to 0. The first equation, x plus 4 equal to 0, will give us x equal to negative 4. When you take 4 to the other side, you get a negative 4. Or solving for x on x plus 3 equal to 0, here we'll get x equal to negative 3. So the two values of x are x equal to negative 4 or x equal to negative 3. So that is it for the third question. Going to the fourth question. Solving for x on D, we have x minus 3 square equal to 4. So for this type of quadratic equation, the first thing that we have to do is introduce square root on both sides, since x minus 3 in brackets is squared. So introducing square root on both sides, so we're going to have square root on the left side and also square root on the right side. Now for the right side, we are going to also introduce plus or minus, since we need two solutions. The plus or minus is going to give us the two solutions. Then on the left side, we simplify the square root and the square. So this leaves us with x minus 3 equal to plus or minus. What is the square root of 4? That is just simply 2. And then here, to solve for x, since we've got plus or minus on 2 there, we're going to solve for plus and or minus. So this is going to give us the following: x minus 3 is equal to positive 2, or x minus 3 is equal to negative 2. So we separate the two signs. Solving for the first one, we simply take negative 3 to the right side. So this is going to give us x equal to 2 plus 3. Or for the other one, x equal to negative 2 plus 3 also. Then x equal to, for the first one, 2 plus 3, that is just simply 5. Then, or x equal to negative 2 plus 3. Keep the sign of the larger number and subtract. So we're going to keep the sign of 3, which is positive, and then subtract 3 minus 2. That simply gives us 1. So the two solutions are x equal to 5 and x equal to 1. So that is for D. Then the last one, C. What is on C is as follows. Solving for x on E. On E we've got 2x minus 3 in brackets x plus 2 in brackets equal to 0. So for this one, to solve for x, since 2x minus 3 and x plus 2 is multiplying there, we simply equate all these two equal to 0. So it's going to be 2x minus 3 equal to 0, or x plus 2 equal to 0. And then we solve for x. So solving for x on the first equation, 2x minus 3 equal to 0. We take 3 to the right side, and this is going to equal to positive 3. Then we divide both sides by 2 to solve for x. Then 2 into 2 on the left side gives 1. 1 times x gives x equal to 2 into 3. 2 goes into 3 once, remainder 1 over 2. So that is the first solution. Or for x plus 2 equal to 0, to solve for x on that one, we just simply take 2 to the right side, and this is just going to equal to negative 2. So x equal to negative 2 is the other solution. Alright, so thank you so much for following through as I solved all these quadratic equations.